Winston. Thanks, Tony, for kicking off. Great afternoon. As I think a few speakers have done today, they introduced themselves relative to their activism in social movements. And I think it's a terrific place to be at is in terms of UC Irvine. I happen to go to UC Berkeley, which is pretty much the University of Social Movements. My social movement was, there was a thing called the Asian Student Movement in the 70s, which was really galvanized a growing part of the campus and converged the issues of civil rights, community activism, and certainly the Vietnam War. So, you know, we all have a legacy here. And I think this next panel actually is related to looking at how social movements outside of healthcare have much to inform us. And I think this afternoon's panel is probably the most diverse panel we've had in a very long time. Our objective in this panel is to elicit from movement practitioners from other domains of social change lessons and key ingredients of movement building. So we have a very distinguished and interesting group of presenters. What I want to do is to introduce them all collectively because I think we're a little late on our schedule. So if I do this just at the beginning, it will save us some time and leave more time at the end for questions from the audience. Our first presenter will be Caroline Fung, who's a community development manager at the Mission Economic Development Association, a community-based local economic development corporation located in the Mission District of San Francisco, and is devoted to improving economic and social conditions in the neighborhood by stimulating investment, enhancing the business environment, and creating jobs for area residents. Caroline coordinates the program areas of health, public safety, and affordable housing. Duran Schrantz is the executive director of Isaiah, as I think Tony mentioned earlier. Isaiah is a Twin Cities organization that serves as a vehicle for congregations, clergy, and people of faith to act collectively and powerfully towards racial and economic equity in the state of Minnesota. Marta Arguello is the executive director of Physicians for Social Responsibility in Los Angeles. It's an organization that works to create solutions to improve the health and environment for all Californians. And Gregory Angelo is the executive director of Log Cabin Republicans, an organization dedicated to representing gay and lesbian conservatives and allies in the fight for equality. So we have a really interesting group of presenters. I'm going to invite Caroline to kick us off on this panel discussion.